My beloved child, you will wake up gently, not suddenly, not pulled, not startled awake by urgency. Your waking will not be harsh. It will not demand speed. It will not require immediate strength. It will not rush you into readiness. You will not be thrown back into the day. You will arrive slowly. I know how mornings have felt to you, how waking up sometimes meant being instantly needed, instantly thinking, instantly preparing, instantly bracing. Your eyes opened, and the weight of the day arrived all at once. So even while sleeping, part of you stayed tense, as if morning might come too quickly, too loudly, too demanding. Beloved, this morning will be different. You will not be shocked into wakefulness. You will not be pulled out of rest. You will not be required to rise before you are ready. Your body will wake the way it knows how, when it feels safe, slowly, gradually, with softness. Your breath will lead you. Your muscles will follow. Your awareness will return, only as much as it wants to. There is no alarm attached to your soul. There is no urgency waiting at the edge of consciousness. You do not need to prepare for waking. You do not need to brace against it. You do not need to hold yourself together before your eyes open. Waking is not a demand. It is a transition, and transitions can be gentle. You may wake in layers. First, the body, then the breath, then the sense of being here. You do not need to gather everything at once. You do not need to remember the whole day ahead. You do not need to become fully alert immediately. You can linger. You can remain soft. You can let the night release you at its own pace. Nothing will be waiting to grab you. Nothing will be standing over you, expecting readiness. Nothing will require you to be fully formed right away. You are allowed to wake up incomplete. You are allowed to wake up slowly. You are allowed to wake up tender. I will be with you as the night loosens its hold, not pushing, not pulling, simply staying. You may feel your eyes flutter. You may feel a gentle return of awareness. Let it come without resistance. Let it come without effort. You do not need to rush toward wakefulness. You do not need to hold on to sleep tightly either. You can drift between rest and awareness for as long as you need. Morning does not require a strong entrance. It welcomes quiet arrival. You will not be behind. Because you woke gently, you will not miss something. Because you took your time, nothing important happens. In the first seconds of waking, what matters will wait for you. Your value today does not depend on how quickly you become alert. Your worth this morning is not measured by speed. You are not late because you wake slowly. You are human, and humans wake best when they are allowed to arrive. without pressure. This morning will not shout at you. It will not pull you forward. It will not demand that you become someone else immediately. You can open your eyes when you are ready. You can remain still for a moment longer. You can breathe before thinking. You can feel before doing. You are not required to perform wakefulness. You are invited to enter it gently. I will not leave you. As sleep loosens, I will not disappear. When awareness returns, I am with you in rest and in waking. The same presence, the same steadiness. Nothing changes. When you open your eyes, nothing is lost. When sleep fades, you are not dropped into the day. You are received into it, slowly, carefully, kindly. You will wake up gently. There is no need to hurry. There is no reason to brace. There is no danger in waking slowly. Stay here. Rest a moment longer. Between sleep and day, the morning will wait, and when you are ready, you will rise without strain. My beloved child, there is no rush waiting for you, nothing standing at the edge of the morning, demanding that you move faster, nothing watching the clock, counting your delay, nothing measuring how quickly you become ready. You are not waking into pressure. You are waking into space. I know how deeply the idea of hurry has shaped your mornings, how the moment your eyes opened, your body learned to tense, as if time would chase you. If you stayed still too long, as if the day would begin without you and leave you behind. So waking became a race, a quiet one, but still a race. Your thoughts jumped ahead, your breath shortened, your body prepared to move before it even knew where. Beloved, this morning is not like that. Nothing is chasing you. Nothing is counting how long you take. Nothing important depends on your speed. You are not late because you are slow. You are not behind because you are gentle. There is no moment this morning that requires urgency. The day does not begin by pulling you forward. It begins by receiving you. You may feel the habit of hurry try to wake up with you. A subtle tightening. A thought that says, I should get moving. You do not need to follow that thought. It is an echo, not a command. You do not owe the morning immediate action. You do not owe the day instant readiness. You are allowed to remain still after waking, to breathe before thinking, to feel your body before planning. Nothing will fall apart. Because you took a moment, nothing will go wrong. Because you did not rush. The day does not punish slowness. It only feels that way when we learned that being slow was unsafe. But you are safe now, and safety allows time to stretch. There is no line forming behind you, no expectation building, no consequence waiting for delay. You are not being judged, for the pace of your waking. You are not being evaluated by how quickly you gather yourself. This morning does not require performance. It does not require efficiency. It does not require you to become productive. Before you are present, you are allowed to wake up without direction, to sit in the softness between sleep and day, to let the body finish resting, even while the eyes are open. The morning is patient. It does not push. It does not lean in. It does not rush toward you with demands. It waits, and you are allowed to arrive in your own time. If you feel behind, that feeling is not a signal. It is a memory of mornings that asked too much, too soon. But this morning is not asking that. It is not holding a stopwatch. It is not preparing consequences. It is simply here, and you are here. That is enough. You do not need to catch up to anything. You do not need to make up time. Time is not something you owe. It is something you move within. You are not late to your own life. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. There is no rush waiting for you. Only space, only room, only a day that can begin gently. You can take this moment. You can take the next one. You can move slowly into awareness. Nothing will be taken. Because you did, nothing will be lost. Because you allowed yourself to be human. I am with you in this unhurried space, not urging, not directing, simply present. Let the morning come to you. There is no need to run toward it. My beloved child, morning will be kind to you, not demanding, not sharp, not impatient, kind. I know how mornings once felt, how light came with pressure, how sound arrived with obligation, how the first moments of the day carried weight before you were ready. So your body learned to brace, even before waking, as if the day itself might be harsh. But this morning is not harsh. It does not come with clenched hands. It does not speak loudly. It does not pull you forward. It arrives softly, like light that finds the room without forcing its way in, like air that enters your lungs without asking permission. Morning does not need to be conquered. It does not need to be managed. It does not need to be survived. It can be received. You do not need to meet the morning with armor. You do not need to prepare yourself for disappointment. You do not need to assume resistance before anything happens. This morning is not against you. It is not testing you. It is not measuring how strong you are. It is not waiting for you to fail. It is simply here, and it is gentle. You may feel your mind begin to anticipate. What will today be like? What might go wrong? What will be asked of me? These questions are familiar. They once helped you prepare, but this morning does not require preparation. You are not being sent into battle. You are stepping into a day that can meet you where you are. You do not need to harden yourself to face it. You can stay soft. Softness is not weakness. In the morning, it is receptivity. It allows the day to meet you gently. You are allowed to trust that kindness exists before you see it. You are allowed to expect ease without disappointment. The morning does not arrive with a list of demands. It arrives with space. Space for breath. Space for movement. Space for becoming awake at your own pace. You may notice how the body responds when it no longer expects harshness. The shoulders drop, the jaw loosens, the breath deepens. This is not imagination. This is recognition. Your body is recognizing that the morning does not require defense. You do not need to protect yourself from the day. You do not need to anticipate harm. You do not need to carry yesterday's weight into today's light. The morning does not inherit what burdened you before. It does not remember what hurt you yesterday. It does not hold grudges. It does not rush you. It simply opens. You are not stepping into a test. You are stepping into a continuation. And continuation can be kind. You do not need to be ready for kindness. You only need to stop expecting the opposite. The morning will not shout at you. It will not rush you. Through your first breath, it will not pull you from rest too quickly. It will allow you to stretch into awareness, to move when ready, to remain still if that feels right. You can let your eyes open slowly. You can let sound arrive gradually. You can let thought come last. Nothing important requires you to be immediately sharp. Clarity can wait. Direction can wait. Action can wait. The morning will not punish you for being gentle with yourself. It will support it. If something unexpected happens today, you will meet it with the same presence that has held you through the night. You do not need to borrow strength from the future. You do not need to imagine difficulty before it exists. Kindness is already available. It is not rare. It is not fragile. It does not disappear. Because you are slow, it does not withdraw. Because you are tender, you are allowed to trust that the day has room for you, that it will not break you for being human, that it will not turn on you for being gentle. You are allowed to enter this morning without bracing, without guarding, without rehearsing. You are not walking into something sharp. You are waking into something kind. I am with you as the light grows, not pushing you forward, not pulling you out, just staying. Let the morning meet you. It will be kind. My beloved child, you are not behind today, not because you woke later, not because you moved slowly, not because you did not begin the morning the way you thought you should. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. There is no version of today that you have already missed. There is no starting line you failed to cross. There is no invisible clock measuring your delay. I know how quickly the thought appears. I should have started sooner. I'm already late. I'm already behind. That thought feels urgent, but it is not true. It is a habit formed when being slow once cost you something. So your mind learned to rush ahead before the day could. Beloved, today is not running from you. It is not pulling away. It is not progressing without you. You are not arriving after the fact. You are arriving on time. Your time. The pace at which you wake does not determine your worth. The speed at which you begin does not decide your value. You are not more acceptable when you hurry. You are not more prepared when you rush. You do not gain ground by pushing yourself forward before you are ready. Nothing important is already lost. Nothing meaningful has passed you by. Nothing essential requires you to catch up. You are not behind in becoming who you are meant to be. You are not behind in your life. You are not behind in what matters. The idea of being behind assumes there is one correct pace, one proper rhythm, one right way to begin the day. But life does not move in a straight line, and you are not required to keep up with anyone else's timing. You are allowed to have your own rhythm, to arrive slowly, to begin gently, to take your first steps without pressure. Nothing in this day will punish you for being unhurried. Nothing will turn away because you took your time. The day does not reward speed. It responds to presence. And you are present, even if you are still soft, even if you are still waking, even if you are still quiet. You are here. That is enough. You do not need to rush into action to be valid. You do not need to prove readiness, to deserve space. You are not behind because you are human, because you need time, because you move gently, because you do not leap forward the moment you wake. You are allowed to take this day one small step at a time. You do not need to see the whole path. You do not need to plan the entire day. You do not need to be fully formed before beginning. This day will meet you where you are, not where you think you should be. You do not owe the morning a faster version of yourself. You do not owe the world instant clarity. You do not owe anyone your your urgency. You are not late. To becoming yourself today, you are not late. To peace, you are not late. To what is meant for you. Nothing has passed you by. While you slept, nothing has moved beyond reach. Because you rested, rest did not set you back. It prepared you. Even if you cannot feel that yet, you are not behind today. You are beginning exactly where you are meant to begin, and I am with you, right here, not urging you forward, not pointing to what you should have done, just staying as you take your first gentle steps into the day. There is time, there is room, there is kindness. You are not behind today. Take your time. The day will wait.